gift for you. So let's talk about natural, easy, healthy ways that we can relax. Now, if you're a follower of my channel, you know that I am all about the Mediterranean diet. So the most important way, I think, to relax is to eat a healthy diet. So when you follow a Mediterranean diet, studies have shown that a Mediterranean diet, because it's full of seasonal vegetables and whole grains and just healthy, good, natural foods, that it is a good way to help battle anxiety and depression. And studies have shown that it can actually control depression and anxiety in young men. Of course, they haven't studied young women yet because they always study men first. So I'm sure it does the same for women. So now I remembered the first time that I really started concentrating on the Mediterranean diet. You know, when you go on a diet, any kind of diet, about 2 days in, you start to feel like a little bit of a buzz because you got rid of all the old food that you were eating before, and you start getting energized and you get that diet buzz. And I remember on day 3 of me really strictly following a Mediterranean diet, just getting that natural buzz, that natural high that you get. And when you're on a regular diet where you're starving yourself or you're cutting out different food groups and things like that, after a couple of days, you just start to get hungry, and that buzz kind of goes away. And then you're just left with, trying to continue the diet and lose weight. But that high never left me. That positive buzz never left me the whole time. And I think it was just because I was eating all these wonderful fresh vegetables and just really good foods that, my mother was a wonderful, healthy cook when I was growing up, but her idea of vegetables, frankly, came out of a can. We never really ate fresh vegetables from the farm. Hi, hello, GR Wakehouse. Thank you for joining me. So number 1 is to eat healthy and follow a Mediterranean diet, because it improves your mood, it brings positivity to your life, and it just helps, it gives you maximum benefits for making your body feel better. And when you feel good, you're naturally going to be more relaxed and you'll be able to handle the day's stresses better. So that's number 1. Number 2 on my ways to relax is to limit your time on social media and watching the news. Now, I know I'm on YouTube here and I'm telling you to limit your time on social media, but by that I mean a lot of times we can get stuck scrolling for, just hours and hours, just looking at, everyone's perfectly photoshopped and filtered photos, and everybody's life looks better than ours. I can't seem to stop drinking wine. Well, you don't have to stop drinking wine. You just have to drink it in moderation. How are you? I am fine. Thank you so much, Amy. So limit your time on social media and watching the news, because the news, they never tell you good news, right? They always tell you bad news. If anything really important is going on in the world, you're sure to find out about it. So don't glue yourself to the television watching the news, or always reading your news feed, or always be on social media. Try to limit your time. There are apps that you can even set up on your phone for this that give you a reminder to be like, all right, you've been on here for long enough. So if you really want to relax and have less anxiety in your life, limit your time on those platforms. Number 3 is to take a walk. Now, I know it sounds counterintuitive when you're trying to relax to do something physical, but actually taking a walk, especially in nature, can really just change your mood. The other day, I have a friend who he was kind of got in a little argument with someone in the morning, and his head was steaming, and he's just like, I have to just calm down. I'm just going to go take a walk. So he went outside, he took a walk. He didn't even go to like a park or anything. He walked around the neighborhood, and he could feel the anxiety melting away. So if you're having anxiety, or if you just want to relax, a good thing to do is just to get in nature, take a walk, and just let everything melt away. And don't be walking and listening to music or on your phone. Just be one with yourself. Look around at the trees, look at the flowers, and just let them brighten your mood. So number 4 on my list is to try aromatherapy. And by that I mean essential oils. You can see I've lit some candles behind me here. I actually did that too because we're having a very rainy day here and we have a possibility of a thunderstorm. So I thought, I better have some light source in here in case we lose power. But I also just love to have candles lit. They bring a nice soft glow to a room. And essential oils, I have an essential oil diffuser. I love using essential oils. And if you've ever used an essential oil diffuser, you fill it with water, you just put a few drops of whatever your favorite essential oil is. And some are better for promoting relaxation than others because some are energizing and things like that. But like lavender, I like sweet orange. Candles always make you happy. I know I love candles. I actually made these myself. It's super easy to make your own candles. If you look around my YouTube channel, you'll probably see a few videos on here of me showing you how easy it is to make candles. But aromatherapy can be very beneficial. That's why they call it aromatherapy. You know, it was invented or was discovered really. I can't think of the man's name. He wrote the first book on aromatherapy. But he was a chemist and he was working in his laboratory and he burnt his hand. And he thought he was plunging his hand into a bottle of water, but what it really was lavender essential oil that he was doing something with, and it healed the burn on his hand. So really, you shouldn't put essential oils directly on your skin except for lavender oil. But if you infuse them into the air, just they're naturally derived from plants and flowers, and they have beneficial properties. So like lavender is relaxing, sweet orange is relaxing. It can also be a little energizing. The citrus ones can be energizing. If you have a cold, you can use eucalyptus oil or peppermint, something like that. So try experimenting with aromatherapy. The next one on my list is bath products. I love luxurious bath products. And I used to have an Etsy shop where I sold handmade soaps and lotions. And I just love scented soaps and taking a shower and taking a bath, and they're beautiful ways to relax, where it's also an aromatherapeutic experience where you can put maybe some bath salts in your bath and a little lavender oil and just have that like relaxing experience. And if you don't have a bathtub, you can also do it in the shower. You can find things that are called shower steamers, and they're little, like they're sort of like bath bombs, like little fizzy tablets, and you drop them in the bottom of your shower, and as the water, you leave them near the drain. As the water goes down, they release the essential oils. So if you have sinus issues or allergies, or if you're having a cold, you can use peppermint and eucalyptus. But if you just want to relax, you can use lavender or rose or jasmine or different floral scents like that. And it's just such a wonderful experience. So to heighten your bath experience. My next one is herbal teas. I've been very much into herbal teas lately. I love, I have a peppermint blend. I just bought one called chamomile lavender. I haven't tried it yet, so I can't wait to try that one. Just chamomile tea is very relaxing in the evening, and lavender is just the all-around winner for everything of relaxation, right? So chamomile lavender, I can't wait to try that. But I like peppermint tea. I have a peppermint blend that I do. Chamomile straight up, any of there's an orange spice one that I like. So sometimes it's a caffeine-free experience. So in the evening, like in the morning, I like to have coffee. But in the evening when I'm relaxing and winding down for the day, I like to use an herbal tea. So that's next on the list. Next one is relaxation music. When I go to bed, I love to put on relaxation music, and you can find all kinds of music if you're on Spotify. Or I like to listen to music on YouTube. I like to type in just relaxation music or sometimes soft jazz. I like the chill hop stations and the lo-fi stations. So if you go on here, there's chill hop music. There's Lo-Fi Girl. There's some of the channels that I like to listen to. And I kind of just put them on in the background. There's no singing. It's all instrumental. And sometimes I do that while I'm working, and it kind of just has a vibe that goes on in the background. And it's really nice way to relax and unwind in the evening. And maybe even classical music if you like that. Like any kind of music that just really gets you going and starts to bring you down for the evening. I like to listen to things that, like I said, don't have a lot of singing in them, especially if I'm working. I find it distracting. So there are a lot of channels now on YouTube that are just, it's just free music that you can listen to. And if you are a subscriber to my newsletter, you know that I always, at the bottom of my newsletter, I put whatever I'm listening to that week. So sign up for my newsletter. If you're not, you can just go to donnadresel.com. You'll either see a pop-up or you can go to /subscribe and you can sign up there. And every week I send out a newsletter on Wednesdays, and I always put what I'm listening to at the bottom because I think it's just helpful for people. Okay, so now let's get into the fun part, because the next one is controlled breathing. Now, if you're having, like if you're going to do, a presentation at work, or you have to do something at school, or, and you're nervous about it, to really control your breathing is really beneficial and can really help. It can help lower your blood pressure. It can help calm you down. And it's a great way to relax. So sometimes I just count. I'll breathe in 4 and on the count of 4 and breathe out on the count of 4. And then on the next breath, I'll do 6, and then I'll do out on 6, and then I'll do 8, and then I'll breathe out on 8. And I like to, when we start the meditation, I like to start with just breathing slowly. And I don't like to count for you because everyone breathes at their own pace, you know, so it can be a little stressful if someone's counting and your count is different from theirs. And you're like, oh, I'm supposed to be exhaling. So just breathe at your own pace, just very slowly, very relaxed. Sometimes it's nice to breathe in through your nose and then push the breath out through your mouth, because as you go, you can just feel the tension leaving your body. So controlled breathing is a good one. If you're having an anxiety attack, you know, just they call, I think they call it belly breathing, when you breathe deep from your belly instead of, a lot of times we breathe from our chest. So our natural way of breathing during the day is to take a lot of shallow breaths. And once in a while, our lungs want more, and we take a deep breath in between. And this happens without us even thinking. This is just how we breathe naturally. But if you really want to control your breath, you just try to slow it down, just in your mind. Think about, like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 when you're breathing in, let it out at the same pace, and then try to slow it down. Make it, the breath last for 6 counts, and then 6 counts out, and then 8 counts. You don't want to go beyond 8 because then, you know, it gets to be too long. But controlled breathing. So the very last one I have is meditation. As you know, meditation is very beneficial. Meditation can take you to a place where you don't think about anything but what you're visualizing in your head. And you can meditate in all different kinds of ways. You don't have to listen to a meditation. You can do it on your own. Sometimes you can just put on music and do the breathing and just try to clear your mind. But I'm going to lead you through a little meditation today. Now, if you're a fan of my Mermaid series, this is going to be a very brief little meditation that is in the mermaid world. So I'll tell you more about the Mermaid series at the end of this. But prepare yourself a little, because we're going to start the meditation now. I'm going to start the music that I usually play when we do the mermaid meditations. Let me get over here. So hopefully, let me close. I have my computer here if you're wondering why I'm looking down. So it starts with ocean waves, and then you'll start hearing music. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it. I'm just playing it off of my computer. So just take a second. You can close your eyes if you want. It's probably best if you do, so you stop looking around at visual stimulation. So close your eyes and just start to breathe slowly. Breathe deeply, kind of let it out through your mouth. Breathe at your own pace. And just start to let your body relax. Now, you can do this sitting up. You can do it lying down if you want. Just make sure if you're sitting up, don't have your legs crossed, don't have your arms crossed. Just try to keep everything loose. Blue hearts, you tried the meditation last week? That's great. I'm glad you thought it was great. Okay, so let's begin. Let's control our minds. Let's close our eyes. I'm going to take a sip of water and we'll get started. Can you hear the music? This is the music that's in all of the mermaid meditations. Okay. So just breathe. Try to relax your body. I'm going to lead you through a little exercises in the beginning, and then we'll go on our adventure. So I'm not going to count for you. Just breathe at your own pace. Just listen to the music and the sound of my voice. And breathe. I love this music. Just let it wash over you. Just feel the muscles in your forehead start to relax. We hold a lot of tension behind our eyes and in our faces. Just let it go. Release the muscles in your jaw. You can even let your mouth drop open a little bit to just let it relax. You can move your head back and forth or swivel it just to loosen it up and then make it still. You can raise your shoulders, maybe roll them a little bit, and then just let them drop. Let your hands fall to your sides. all while breathing calmly. If you feel any tension, let your breath go to that spot in your body and push the air out through your mouth. With every breath out, imagine the tension leaving your body. It feels good. Just listen to the music. Listen to the sound of my voice. We're going to jump right into the meditation. In my mermaid meditations, we always start in a pool where we transform to the mermaid. I'm going to skip the intro and go right into it. You're in the pool. So imagine yourself, you're in your private pool in the underground grotto. The water's surprisingly warm, even though it's seawater. It starts to bubble up around you. And all of a sudden you realize your legs have transformed into a mermaid tail. So while you were breathing and relaxing, you transformed into a beautiful mermaid. Now you see a light at the end of a small tunnel that leads out of the pool. We're going to follow that light, swim through the tunnel. You can breathe just as easily underwater as you can in the air, because you're a mermaid. So swim through the tunnel, come out the other side, and you find yourself in the sparkling blue Mediterranean Sea. It's a beautiful day. The sky is a brilliant blue. There's a few wispy white clouds floating above. Allow yourself to float on top of the water. You feel the warm sun shining on your face. Now relax here for a moment and just listen to the music. And remember to breathe slowly and deeply. Just float. Now you decide you're going to take an underwater swim. So you dive down under the surface of the water, using your tail to propel you. It feels so natural, using a tail instead of your legs. Look around. It's beautiful here. What do you see? You see underwater plants. There's a coral formation. You see schools of colorful fish. Enjoy swimming in the cool water of the Mediterranean Sea. Swim for a minute. You meet up with a group of small, brilliant blue fish. They're tiny. You swim and play with them for a minute. You chase each other, they swirl around you. Play for a while. Remember to breathe slowly while you play. It's time to move on. Wave goodbye to your little blue friends and swim away. As you're looking around, you see the sunlight glinting on something hidden in the sand. Swim toward it. When you get up close, you see that it's a box. A small box, like a little jewelry box. Brush away the sand and hold it in your hands. It's a gold gilt box. Very elaborate. It looks very old, but it's been well preserved by the sea. Can you open the box? There's a little clasp. Open the box, and inside you find a gift. It's exactly what you need right now. So take your gift, put the box back in the sand. It's time to swim back to the tunnel that leads to the grotto. So with your gift in your hand, swim back to the grotto, go through the tunnel, so as you enter the pool, sit a while with the waves around you and look at your gift. Close your eyes. Let the water start to bubble around you and return you to your human form. Just listen to the music for a minute. Remember to breathe. Okay, you can open your eyes now if you haven't fallen asleep. So I hope you enjoyed that little mini meditation. I did. So I know some of you know my mermaid meditations. If you don't, seek them out on this channel. There's a whole playlist. There's 4 full-length mermaid meditations. They're each 30 minutes long. This was just a little taste of it. It was just a little gift I wanted to give you because I know people are always waiting for more and more content. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Sign up for my newsletter. Like I said, you can go to donnadroza.com. And remember to relax. So if you're still here, or if you haven't fallen asleep, just let me know that you enjoyed the meditation. Let me know how you're going to relax. I would love to hear from you. Are you enjoying it? Don't you love the music that goes with the mermaid meditation? I just love that with the ocean sounds. They're your faves, Amy? Everybody loves the mermaid meditations. I do too. They're my favorites as well. You loved it? Thank you, Maestro. I'm glad you loved it. Well, that's all I have for you today. Thank the heavens it didn't thunderstorm in the middle of our mermaid meditation. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today, and look out for more future events when we'll come on here live again. The music's really good. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So thank you, everyone. This will be now on, it was cool. Thanks, Amy. It's fun to do it live. I've never done a live one. I was a little nervous. But I got into it, meditation myself, and I got into it. So everything started to relax on my body. So thank you so much. I'm going to end this meditation now. I'm going to end this call now. Look out for future events. And if you sign up for my newsletter, you'll always know when something's coming. And I hope to see you very soon. So bye.